It'll be a while before we get to Poisson. Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person? Oh, Paimon's sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate... But sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch... So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching this. I've lost many beloved people. The fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation. Of course, I still haven't really gotten... But I tell myself that I need to keep looking. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up. We've reached the shore.
Navia, do you think she's doing all right? Okay, Paimon.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you!
Hey, I can totally take care of my... We did hand over some of...
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the... Mr. Malus was...
All right. There's no need to... Were you waiting here for me? Did we make...
Yeah, we contacted us.
You're commissioning a statue?
So, basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of... But since my father was known as... But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also...
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson.
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Hey, if you keep Just kidding. There's no way that... Anyway, Flora...
We can ask, but we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like...
There's no... Hey, you! Come over here with me. Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and... Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role. Florent, let's grab...
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas? Well, I've actually discussed... So, I want to pick your brain for a bit, and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
A happy pose? You mean something like...
With all that...
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed to be laughing about?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive pain to sculpt.
Could one of you try striking a pose? That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off. Forget it, let's try something else.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose... It makes me recall...
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? If we were to stick with this...
Well, tableau...
Oh, Paimon was just kidding!
You're right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else. Ah, by that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain in their first...
Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose...
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look...
Wait,
But then, since we're putting it in the...
Oh, okay. We tried a bunch...
Oh, don't worry. We still got... Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler... Oh, outfits! Oh, that's the errand I forgot back in...
Oh, Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we...
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. I said that it's fine, but I got...
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick...
On the matter of this...
We could have just done that from the start. Yeah.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already
That's right. I finally After I got out, I immediately made a beeline. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as...
And this guy is...
Ah, let me introduce you. But...
Wait, Mr. Marcel. What do you mean?
Have you not heard any...
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded.
Oh, looks like we'll have to explain everything from the top. First things first.
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing.
Humble again.
Nice. Speaking of deep... Oh, that reminds...
About...
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can...
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't so...
I'm sorry.
Loose. I was planning to...
Hey, keep it together.
Malus and Colt...
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you...
all of this. It's unbelievable.
I think you and
I thought Mr. It's
The good news is that we finally.
Are you sure?
Realm who?
Not a name I've heard before.
Florent should remember him. You see, Romeo was, but Mr. Cal, not only with, but
Ugh.
And of course, when he was suffering.
yeah, you could say it was the
Oh, that's...
oh yeah. He used to be a lot better with taking, but on the matter of the aquabus,
I think the aquabus was just the straw that broke the. They believed.
So, but
yeah, but to them, even taking a side, of course, Ms. Clement.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, perhaps they've regard.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for, even though Marcel's faction has, with how.
Good thinking, boss.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter.
Don't worry, I've heard.
In that case, why don't we go back? Want to come with me again, you two?
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot.
Here we go!
Rise!
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Since we're out for a walk.
Well, Paimon...
Back in the days before, Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, the Spina was still on the rise back then. Mr. Callus was generous and everyone had the... And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus... Oh, I know.
Then let's...
Oh,
Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Okay. Seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. The two most... Oh,
we should contribute to...
oh, that's great. Then I'll leave...
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby.
Great. Then... How did it go? You've all done your part.
Whoa, these macarons...
Boss is baking.
Oh, it's...
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Ro... Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of...
I understand now. Then I am very lucky and I will...
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water.
Cheers!
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow. And may our friendship last until the end of... All set? Let's move out then. I asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should... No way! Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The demoiselle of Spina de Rosula. I must say, you're
Nonsense.
My mistake, my mistake. Are you here for the...
Yep. I forgot to drop by.
Navia's always liked to take even.
Hey, that's not the only reason I... There are few things more uplifting than...
Very well. Please, wait here while I retrieve...
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. She said she used to be terrified of Papa, but the Spina is very different now. She mustered up the... Yeah, you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give... She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who...
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to...
I think so too. But for now, let's focus on giving her a great atmosphere to grow and thrive. She can commit to us once she's older, and can really make that decision.
Is something up, Traveler? Huh? Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too! They headed up!
Stop right there!
We knew you were going to be difficult!
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore.
This one's got your name on it!
Stabilize!
Coming at ya! Umbrella warfare, I guess! Fire! Well, with rocks. This one's got... Now, talk.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
How did it go, boss?
If you thought they stood any chance against us... Anyway,
We were discovered. And can't beat you in a fight.
get revenge?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much!
Indeed. You haven't got the
We were out drink. Too bad you guys messed up ours first. Huh? You're pretty sharp. But so seeing you like that just really ticked us off. And we...
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I won't press charges for your attack. That should also
I understand.
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understand?
All right. We get.
Are you sure it's okay to just let them go like...
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. If the others...
I support Boss's decision as...
Yes. I still think we should keep an eye out for then we could still...
Yeah, those guys...
I'd ra-
Yep, that's how I feel. It's getting late. I'll also ask someone to...
Do we have to...
We can still go out and...
Huh. Coming back here, really, if you think about it, it would be kind of weird.
Totally. Although, of course, he was a very ambitious man.
And that's also why...
All right. Why don't you go wait for... You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep. Kinda hard to forget when the...
Oh.
Oh, Paimon's sorry!
I guess it's finally on the right.
Hello? Are you asleep yet? Oh, no, not at all. I just figured... Wanna go fishing? I've got some rods and lure...
Oh, so that's the prep you were talking about.
Hopefully I didn't wake you or anything. I knew it. You... Okay, let's go. Shine down!
Umbrella warfare, I guess. Hey there! This one's got your name on it. Watch out! Hey there! How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like this.
But shouldn't fishing be all about,
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler? That's how I feel as
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing.
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood. All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me. Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Malouse and Silver were always saying, no matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, when I was young, but once, I learned then that because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Sorry. Basically, I was just saying that the nurturing atmosphere of the Spina must have been my mother's, and if that's the only...
Is that why you let those...
Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. Hey, look! I think you've got something on the line.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of the... We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too? You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so...
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure.
All right. Go... So how was last night?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea star.
Huh.
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
See? This guy gets it.
Anyway,
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate...
I hope so too. Adele, we're back! We brought you a gift from the court, too.
Whoa, thank you so...
Don't call her boss, okay, Adele? Just...
Oh,
It's been a while!
Oh, it's you two. I've heard that you all...
You're really amazing! And if Miss Navia's your friend, then what's in this?
of course.
Oh, it's...
Well, it's... but it... so...
Oh, so...
Everyone, thanks to the protection of...
Oh, it's...
Boss!
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even...
What? Explosive?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. But Romeu and his folks must have gotten winded. We investigated their tracks and found out...
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed.
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down.
Sorry, I
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the... If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people!
Yeah. If they've been planning this, we have to issue an evacuation order.
Let's get everyone onto our ship.
My dear partner, can I... If the explosives do go off, not only would the... Let's stop their insanity first. Then settle the score with them.
Leave it to us now.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
Watch out, boss! What do you think you're doing, Coulter?
I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
You mean this was all a trick? So that you'd be left alone with me? Coulter... Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so that we'd drop...
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for Ismore. And that's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you.
You better stick close to me.
Romeu promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to... Romeu has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it...
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you. You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to and it was all because of you. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone...
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was an act of...
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got up. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened, and resolving to apologize to Malus, as back then because of that aquabus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity. The years passed by in a blur after that. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left?
Don't listen to him, boss!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child? That you've never done anything worthy? That you're just a bit... Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past?
Because if you do falter, There'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, but is that really why they support me?
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia. And my mom loves... I don't know how to explain it, but I like her. And
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you, right? You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistake and tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get bare...
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and... But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I... And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I...
this one's got your name on it! Ah. Umbrella warfare, I guess! Haha! Coming at ya! Haha! Ha! Oh! Attack! That's the way. Ow! I'm fine. Hey there! This one's got your name on it! Ah, fire! Well, with rocks. Hey there!
Florent, I'll leave the town to you. If you find any of Coulter's I can't allow my partner to face the danger.
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know, but I have...
Let's hurry up there! We have to protect the Clementine line! If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planned...
Illusion shattered!
Solidify!
Think you can get away? Here we go! Yeah! These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism! Oh, Paimon's too scared to touch any of this stuff! Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here! What is it for? Oh, that certainly sounds possible. Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take Oh, you found it! That's amazing! That should do it, right? Navia and Florent should be able to relax now. Oh, you're right. They... They're gonna bury Priscilla!
just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block. I'm doing this the Spina way.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula.
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards, please prosecute them in accordance to the...
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your... All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved
Yeah. Luckily, we were just in time.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you. Paimon's not used...
Boss, we managed to catch all the infiltrators in the town. Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too.
Got it. Coulter. I can understand how you feel. I am not callous, and I will also never become him. But I will spend more so that one...
I know what you're trying to say. There are too many...
Henceforth, you are... But once you're...
Thank you.
As I thought.
She is all... Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually... If I'd lost... A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother, all seeing it still standing there, tall...
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than...
Just give her some time.
Thank you so much. Traveler, I want to ask you something. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia?
I feel quite a bit better. But, sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. I used to think Coulter mentioned... Do you think...
Don't think like that, Navia. No matter what others...
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose it's time for me to make a confession. There's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking...
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant...
Why is everyone gathered here? And what?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished, but special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before, so I've decided to show you the designs before.
Do I really?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the...
This is... Papa, Mother, and me.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Wow! This is the...
It is indeed. To be honest, we only asked Boss to decide on a design, so she...
How could we only have statues of Mr. Callus and Mrs. Clementine?
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in.
We wanted to commemorate her contributions with a statue as well.
I don't know what Spina di Rosula was like in the past, but I know it's a great organization now.
With Navia around, we're not...
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly.
That's what we believe as well!
Thank you so much. This really it. I never thought that I'd have the chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.